Welcome back. I'm Jason White, and this is Weird Reads. And today I want to talk a little bit about Driven by Dane Cobain. Dane Cobain, as you may know, has a channel. Actually, you probably know it. If you're listening to me, you've probably watched him. He has a channel here on YouTube, Dane Reads, and I've been watching his channel quite extensively. Dane is a great guy, and he's also apparently a really good writer. I'm going to read the synopsis. I butchered the synopsis last time I read it because I didn't know how to pronounce the names, and I think I do know how to pronounce them now. I could be wrong still, but so I'm going to read the synopsis here. Meet private detective James Leipfold, a computer whiz kid, Miley O'Hara, and a good-natured cop, Jack Commonly. Good-natured cop. In the first book of the Leipfold series. A car strikes in the middle of the night and a young actress lies dead in the road. The police force thinks it's an accident, but Miley and Leipfold aren't so sure. Putting their differences aside and brought together by a shared love of crosswords and busting bad guys, Miley and Leipfold investigate, but not all is as it seems, as they soon find out to their peril. Now, one thing I really enjoyed about Driven is, I'm going to talk about his style of writing first, is how good or how well Dane Cobain interweaves symbolism into description and his general prose. I have one small example of that. Sergeant Gary Mogford was around Leipfold's age, a man who was so devoted to his job that it cost him his wife and kids. His unremarkable face was lined with perpetual worry, and his baggy eyes betrayed the long-term lack of sleep that every senior cop was forced to wear like a badge of honor. His uniform looked as tired as he did. It had seen a lot of action, like its owner. I just love that paragraph. He really knows how to use symbolism, like his uniform looks as tired as he did. You can really visualize what Mogford looks like. Same with Commonly. I really enjoyed his character. So his prose is just fantastic. The story. Another thing that I really enjoyed about Dane's book was how he used common tropes and he made them his own. When we meet Leipfold, he's a recovering alcoholic. He's a war veteran, and he has his own private investigation business. So he's an entrepreneur, but the business is failing, and so he decides to hire an intern to help him, and that's Miley. And of course, he wants help with the case of where a young actress is run down in the middle of the street. Well, not in the middle of the street. She's on the sidewalk, and the car veers off and slams into her and then takes off. And the catch here is that there is no driver. That's where I'm going to leave the plot. One thing I really enjoyed about this book is any good cozy mystery should do. I was trying to figure it out, as you do when you're reading these types of books. Who did it? And throughout the whole thing, every time I thought I knew something, Dane was always ahead, 1 or 2 steps ahead of me. And that is exactly what you're supposed to be doing when you're writing a cozy mystery. So thumbs up to that. The conclusion was pretty good. I liked that a lot too. There's only one part near the end of the book where it seemed like the characters slipped a little bit from their characters in order to serve the plot. But there was only one point. I can't even remember exactly what it was. That's the only thing that really bothered me about this book. So it's a solid read. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 stars, and I highly recommend it, especially if you enjoy the cozy mystery. And Dane Cobain, as far as I know, he may or may not have gotten a book deal for these, and if he has, then it's going to be a little bit of a wait for book 2, which is it's not cool. Not cool, Dane. But other than that, congratulations, Dane. You deserve it. And I can't wait to read book number 2. So everyone go out, pick up this book, Driven by Dane Cobain. And I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy it. Catch you next time.